Hello traders, welcome to Hautrader UK. It's currently Friday the 3rd of April and the time is 14 minutes past 12 p.m. UK time. Guys, if this is your first time to Hautrader UK, or whether you're your second time or even more to Hautrader UK, I just want to welcome you back to the channel. If you're enjoying the content that we're putting out, I invite you to let us know. Three ways you can do that. Either you can subscribe to the channel, you can press the bell icon, or you can leave comments just to let us know what you're thinking of the content. It's the only way we know if it's worth carrying on this information that we're putting out there, or whether we just get back to trading and shelve this basically. But I wanted to just spend a couple of minutes coming away from trading. Let me just take a sip of my coffee here. And I wanted to just touch base with you all about this current pandemic that we've got going on around the world. And I'm talking on a person-to-person level now, rather than anything else, but putting trade into one side. The situation is still very real, traders, and I think what's happening is now, because it's been going on a few weeks, there's a relaxing of attitudes towards it. And from a personal point of view, I've been reminded that it is very weird when a friend of mine just recently lost his father, as in yesterday, and that's really close to home. You know, that's something that tells me that you can't relax. Keep on with this social distancing. Keep up with the you're washing your hands. All of that which the government is telling you is still very apparent. And it's not a time for us to be relaxing, maybe because the weather's getting good or summer's just around the corner. So guys, just a reminder to you all, we have got to stay vigilant to try and beat this thing. When I look at countries like Spain and Italy, and they're further advanced in their curve than us, and I look at the pain and what's happening in those countries, it just makes me wonder why certain individuals aren't listening with regards to staying away from other people. I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. I know it goes against the grain, but this is life and death. And there's no need for us to live in fear as long as we stick to the guidelines. And I see this situation which is now about to play out in America, and that's going to be big. It's big everywhere, but man, is that going to be big. So guys, take care, stay safe. Practice the guidelines that your government has asked you to abide by, and I'm sure 100% that will beat this thing. Now, what I wanted to do is I just wanted to jump over into an opportunity that we've got playing out in the Australian dollar. Okay, so here we are on the 3-month chart of the Australian dollar, US dollar. And as you can see here, guys, this pair, since 2000, let's go from here, since April 2013 has been in a downtrend. Nothing but a downtrend. And okay, we've had a small correction here. Oopsie daisy. We've had a small correction here. We've had a correction also here. Let me just get across here. Let's just grab that tool. And we've had a correction here. Not doing very well with my tools at the moment, guys. Sorry about this. And we've also had a correction here. But generally speaking, this market has been in a downtrend since 2013. Now, the economic position certainly hasn't changed for Australia. Okay, and obviously the pound, the US dollar is strengthening. Hence, this pair nosediving. And has been nosediving for some time. Now, we don't think anything is going to change. So what we're actually looking for is to get on board this current downtrend and to see if we can ride it down any further. Now, as you know, what I tend to do is I start to, let's get rid of some of this. Let's try and keep these charts as clean as possible. So what you know that I do, if you've watched my previous videos, is you will know is that I try to look for when a certain move is coming to an end. And how I do that is I start to move down the time frames and I look for certain patterns to start to show themselves. Now, when I get down to the weekly chart of this pair, the first indication of potential is on this chart. So I already see potential in this chart for a trade. but I'm going to continue going down the time frames until I see something that I need to see on every trade. And that now starts to become apparent that I'm now looking at this leg. This is now the leg that I'm looking at, guys. So this is, we've deciphered that the market is in a downtrend. We've already decided that we want to hop on that downtrend and ride it down further if possible. What we're now looking for is somewhere to get on that downtrend. And what I see here is opportunity. As I continue down, there's a shape within this leg that I'm starting to see that's telling me there may be some opportunity here and that this correction may be over. I go down to the 4-hour chart, and the more I go down, the more it looks apparent. Now, let's just get rid of that. I'm going to go down to the hourly chart because this is where we make our trading decisions. Now, what I've realized is this move is over, and we believe that this move here, this correction to this move, is what's playing out here. Now, we've missed an opportunity to get on board this trade. But guys, when I go up to the daily chart, when you look at these few bars here, and then you look at the potential, because remember, guys, we're in a downtrend, and what I'm looking at price continuing on down, 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 probably even beyond this low. So when I go back down to the hourly chart, it's easy to think that this is all that's happening, because everything looks the same size as it does on the monthly chart or on the daily chart. And you have to keep into consideration that this price action is very myopic compared to this price action. And everything is relative. So let's go back down to the hourly chart. Now, what I've seen is what I'm realizing is I need price to pull back to a level that I think is gonna bring more selling, and that level for me is this, where I've painted this pink bar here. Now, there's a reason for that, and there are certain things I'm going to be looking for should price go back into that level to give me. Now, if, let's say for argument's sake, we get a spike like this massive spike here. Okay, if we get a spike like that, then that's some sort of anomaly, that's some sort of news that's played the market and isn't necessarily a change in trend. But these are the sort of things that can take you into a trade, and then trade can go in your direction. I mean, look at what happened here. Price spiked up into this level here, and ever since price has fallen off, double topped at that level, okay, and continued down. So this is why I've chosen this level, because this is the last level that I see as significant. And if price can make it back up there, guys, we're going to look for an opportunity to sell. There are reasons why I like this level. There's some Fibonacci reasons, which we're not going to go into right now, but there are some other reasons as well. There's this reason here. There's oopsie daisy. Let's just switch that on. No, I didn't want to switch that on. I wanted to switch that on. There is this reason here. There's also lots of little reasons in here. And let me just plop a horizontal line in there, and just look at this, guys. Just look at this situation. My tools are playing me up here. Let's get rid of that yellow line there. Okay, this is what I'm after. Okay, look at this. Can you see what I'm telling you here? Okay. This is a level of some significance to me, because not only has price gone up into an area and then sold off, and also what you have to consider here, just coming back slightly, there are multiple levels of structure which has been broken. Higher lows, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower, oopsie daisy. So now let's just clean this chart up a little, just so I can be a bit more specific. So okay, we've got multiple touches on this time frame, on this hourly chart of this support resistance line, this pink line going across the top here. Now, why do we think the trend has changed, guys? Why do we think this uptrend in this correction has changed? Well, why I think it's changed is now these pink bars here. Price started off up here. This is the highest high in the current correction, and ever since that, price has pushed through, broken structure here, which is the line we want it to come back up to, and then price has given us a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and now we're into another lower low. Let's take this out. In fact, no, let's not take it out. What I need to do is just make it smaller. That's better. So as you can see, price has just pretty much stair-stepped its way down, breaking structure all the way down. Good sign that there's a potential of a downtrend just about to start to play out here, guys. Hopefully. Or maybe this is the start of getting back onto the downtrend that's already playing out on the bigger time frame. Let me just remind you of the bigger time frame. Let me just go up to the 3 monthly chart. Let me just remind you of where we're trying to go with this. Now I'm going to pop a line. I'm going to get a horizontal line, and I'm going to pop that line at the bottom here, at the bottom of this wick, because the bottom of this wick is where we're going to shoot for as far as profits are concerned. But if I take you, there's another reason for that. If I take you across to 2002, which is the last time price was at this level, there's some congestion down there, and that's another reason that we want to play for that. And in fact, if I think about it, if you look at this congestion here, there's a little shelf running across the top of those 3 bars. That is where I'm going to place our stop. Right there. So let me just drag the chart to the side. Let me just show you those 3 bars. If you see 1, 2, 3 there, and my horizontal yellow line going across the top of that, that is where I'm going to place our stop. Okay, so how do I get into this trade? Well, what I'm going to do, guys, let's go back down to the hourly chart. Let's get rid of some of these lines off of the chart, just to tidy things up, just to try and keep it clear. And clear charts are very important. You know, price action trading doesn't require many indicators, if any indicators at all. I mean, I use MACD, and I only use MACD for divergence, spotting negative and positive divergent. And sometimes I use it for hidden divergence, but that's another story. Now, price could quite easily, because there's a level of hourly structure here, price could quite easily just move up into this level and continue down. But we're not interested in that move. We're interested in a bigger move and a bigger correction. And something is telling me, well, not something, there's a pattern here that's telling me that this may now be that correction. So what am I going to do? I'm going to wait for price to get up into this area. I'm going to set myself an alert. And I'm going to ask the system to send me every time the price closes at the level. I'm going to ask the system to send me an alert, and I'm going to have a look at then how price made it into that area. So there's my alert set, guys. And guys, I will come back to you, and I will keep you informed of how things are playing out with this trade. But in the meantime, keep trading well, keep trading your plan, fall in love with the process of your trading plan, guys, and you know that's what's going to turn into a trader. I will speak to you all very soon, and remember, please keep safe, traders.